So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Creatrix. Welcome to Unacademy. So in these sessions, we are going to start the communication system and you are going to study the communication system like never before. So before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Soni and I have cleared ESC examination 2 times, both times in double digit rank. And I have also served as a Group A Gazette officer in Indian Railways and in Indian Telecommunication Services. And I have also cleared a lot of public sector examinations. So right now I'm teaching on Unacademy and I really feel proud to be the part of the Unacademy team, because Unacademy is the revolution in the field of free education and in the field of affordable education, and we as a team are really looking forward for every student to just come onto the Unacademy platform. You can attend the special classes, you can come onto this YouTube channel and you can stay connected with us so that you can understand the quality education and you can understand the efforts that we are putting in, so that every student of this country, whether he stays in a village or he stays in a town, should get the access of the content, that too in a very affordable prices, and he can also or she can also clear the examination with the best possible ranks. So right now I'm teaching on Unacademy with more than 15 million watch minutes in the overall duration and 2 million watch minutes in the last 30 days. So I am right now the top educator in Unacademy across all the branches, having rank 4 right now. And you can also follow me on Unacademy on this particular link. So you can go and follow me on Unacademy. Apart from that, my advice to every student is that how should you crack the examination and what are the components to cracking the examination. So the first question that comes to the mind, that can anyone prepare from the YouTube? Yes, you can prepare from the YouTube, but you should develop or cultivate some habits in yourself. For example, you should be very much disciplined. You should arrange the extra resources. For example, the PDFs you have to arrange, the test series you have to arrange by yourself, and most importantly, that self-discipline you should be containing in yourself, so that you can be very corrective manner and you can approach the examination in the best possible manner. So all these things you have to arrange yourself. The sense of competitiveness you have to cultivate in yourself, because the audience on the YouTube are not that much of competitive in nature, or maybe you cannot feel the competition which is present right now. So all these things are the part of the journey if you want to prepare through the YouTube, or maybe if you want to prepare through the free resources. Apart from that, if you want that you should get complete content, then this is the YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel itself, all the free content are available. You just have to go to the playlist. All the subjects are completed there. You just have to go and watch all the lectures one by one. Definitely will be getting benefited. But the extra things that I have told you, that the self-discipline and the sense of competitiveness and a lot of things you have to arrange by yourself. If you are comfortable in that, then you can do that. Apart from that, you should also have Unacademy learning app, so that the special classes you can attend. A lot of educators in this country are actually providing the special classes, that too absolutely free of cost, so that you can get the quality content in the best possible manner. Apart from that, there is also another component for you, which is Unacademy Plus. So on Unacademy Plus, what is your job? You just have to study. If you join this Unacademy Plus, you do not have to worry about the crash courses, weekly test, doubt solving sessions, the language barrier, rank improvement batches, live classes. So all these things will be taken care by the Unacademy. You just have to take the Unacademy Plus subscription and you have to come on to the Unacademy. You will be daily getting the live classes. You will be getting the crash courses. When you will be getting the crash courses? When the syllabus are completed. You will be getting the weekly test in the form of quizzes. Every fourth class is the doubt solving session, which is the major you can say the component or the major impact will be creating on your studies will be this doubt solving group. Because until and unless your doubts are not being cleared, until and unless you are not able to clear your doubts, you will never get the confidence in the subject. So once you come on to this Unacademy Plus, every fourth class is doubt solving session. Apart from that, various other doubt solving sessions are going on. So ultimately you will be getting your doubts cleared and you will gain confidence in the subject. The language barrier will not be an issue, because the batches will be running both Hindi and in English, and rank improvement batches will also be there. So all these things are the component of this Plus subscription. Once you come on to this Unacademy Plus, you do not have to be worried about your self-discipline, your competitiveness nature. Everything will be present on Unacademy, because a lot of other students will be there. Since the classes will be live, you can also watch it recorded later on. So the discipline automatically comes, because you get the idea that you will be having the daily live classes. Apart from that, there is also one iconic subscription. In this iconic subscription, the game changer is this personal coach. So this subscription is for them who thinks that their basics are weak, or those who are talented but they needs a continuous push. So this personal coach will be guiding you throughout your strategy. He will be giving you the study planners. You will be getting the study booster sessions. Once you will get the test, you will be getting the analytics. Analytics plays a major role in improving yourself. We as a teacher also get our analytics so that we can improve on the daily basis. So once you start getting the analytics, you will be also improving massively on the daily basis. Apart from that, there will also be the guidance for the mains once you clear the prelims, and there will also be the guidance for the interview once you clear the mains. So once you take the Iconic subscription, all the benefits of the Plus are included by default in this. And if you take the Plus subscription, then also these things will be included in that, though, so that will also create impact in your preparation, so that you just have to study rest of the things.
Hello friends, welcome to this lecture of communication system. So in the last class we studied about the random processes. We saw the definition of the random process, and we also saw the statistical parameter of a random process. So in this class, what we are going to do, we are going to study a special class of signals. So before that, let me give you some brief idea about a point which I'll be discussing or I'll be using later on. So suppose I have a function x of t, and this is the graph of that particular function. So this is your function x of t, and this is the graph of x of t. And this is the origin, and say this point is some alpha. Now if I have to draw the graph of x of t minus tau, what I will do, I will shift this graph tau unit rightwards, so it will become alpha plus tau. So if I have to shift my graph by tau unit, I can shift my graph rightwards, or alternatively I can say that I can also shift my origin tau unit leftwards. So here I have shifted graph tau units rightwards. Alternatively, what I could have done, I would have shifted the origin tau unit leftwards. So if the origin is shifted tau unit leftwards, this is your new origin, and this point will again become alpha plus tau. So this is the new origin, and you can consider it as 0. So if I would have shifted this origin tau units, this was the original origin, and I have shifted it tau units leftwards. So I can say that the time shifting leads to origin shifting. So whenever I have to shift a graph in time, whether I can shift the graph in time or I can shift my origin. So both the things are same. If I have to perform the time shifting, alternatively I can also perform the origin shifting, but the nature of the shifting might be different. For example, here the graph is shifted tau unit rightwards and origin is shifted tau unit leftwards, but the basic point is that the time shifting will lead to origin shifting. Now let us try to understand this special class of random process, which is stationary random process. So in case of stationary random processes, we actually have to study two types of stationary random processes. One is strict sense stationary random process, and second one is wide sense stationary random process. And both strict sense as well as wide sense we have to study for continuous time random process as well as discrete time random process. So from the name itself, it is clear that this function is stationary in strict sense and this function is stationary in wider sense. So first of all, let us try to understand the strict sense stationary random process. For that, we have to actually study the strict sense stationary continuous time random process first of all. So I am assuming that I have a continuous time random process as x of t. So this is the continuous time random process. Now, if this random process x of t has to be strict sense stationary random process, then kth order cumulative or kth order joint CDF comma kth order joint PDF and kth order joint PMF should be independent of time shifting. Or we can say that it should be independent of choice of origin. So I've already explained that time shifting will lead to the origin shifting, and if it is independent of time shifting, which means we can choose the origin anywhere we want. So this is the definition of a strict sense stationary random process. Now we can say that this means the random process x of t and x of t plus tau will have same statistical parameter, for any tau. So basically it is saying that its kth order statistical parameters should be independent of time, and those statistical parameters includes joint CDF, joint PDF and joint PMF, and this should be independent of time shifting, or we can say that it should be independent of choice of origin. So now let us try to understand it. Suppose we have a continuous time random process x of t and it is initiated at t equal to minus infinite. So this process is initiated at t equal to minus infinite. After that, I will start observing this random process at different time instances. Then I can say let this x of t1, x of t2 up to x of tk are random variables obtained by observing the random process x of t at different time instances t1, t2 up to tk. So the kth order joint distribution or we can say the joint CDF is given as, so the kth order joint distribution or joint CDF can be written as xt1, xt2 up to xtk. These are the random variables, and this x1, x2 up to xk are the values taken by them. So this is the kth order joint CDF. We can also write the kth order joint PDF. So the kth order joint PDF can be written as xt1, xt2 up to xtk, and this will be x1, x2 up to xk. You can also write the kth order joint PMF and this kth order joint PMF will be xt1 xt2 up to xtk. This is x1 x2 up to xk. So these are the kth order statistical parameters, or the kth order joint CDF, joint PMF and joint PDF. Now what we are doing, we are shifting the observation time. We are shifting the observation time by a fixed amount, say capital T. So I'm shifting the observation time by a fixed amount, capital T, which means now I will be observing the random process at T1 plus T, T2 plus T and Tk plus T. So we can obtain a new set of random variables as x of T1 plus T, x of T2 plus T up to x of Tk plus T. So this is the new set of random variables. Now again we can define the kth order joint CDF as fx of T1 plus T, x of T2 plus T up to x of Tk plus T, and it will become x1 x2 up to xk. So this is the kth order joint CDF of this new set of random variables. Similarly, you can define kth order joint PDF. So the kth order joint PDF will be up to, and this is x1 x2 up to xk. Similarly, you can define the kth order joint PMF as T1 plus T, T2 plus T up to Tk plus T, and it will become x1 x2 up to xk. Now, as we have earlier said that for random process x of t to be strict sense stationary random process, the kth order statistical parameters should be independent of time, or should be independent of time shifting. So it should be independent of time shifting. So we can say that whenever this random process x of t is strict sense stationary random process, then the kth order joint CDF f of x of t1, x of t2 up to x of tk, and this is x1 x2 up to x of k, should be equal to t1 plus t1 plus t, t2 plus t and tk plus t, which means the kth order joint CDF should be independent of time shifting, whether we will observe it at t1, t2 or tk instances, or we will observe it at instances t1 plus t, t2 plus t, tk plus t, which means whether if we will shift the observation time by capital T, then also the joint CDFs should be same. Similarly, you can say the kth order joint PDF, which is fx of t1, x of t2 up to x of tk, and this is x1 x2 up to x of k. This should be equal to x of t1 plus t, x of t2 plus t up to x of tk plus t. Here also you can say that whether you will obtain the kth order joint PDF by observing it at instances t1, t2 or tk, or at t1 plus t, t2 plus t, tk plus t. In both the cases the joint PDF should be same, or we can say that whether we will shift the observation time by capital T, then the joint PDFs should be same. Similarly, you can also write about kth order joint PMF. So for kth order joint PMF, you can write up to x of tk, this is x1, x2 up to x of k, and this should be equal to x of t1 plus t, x of t2 plus t, x of tk plus t, x1, x2 up to xk. So here also you can say that whether you will calculate kth order joint PMF by obtaining the random variables at t1, t2 and tk, or at t1 plus t, t2 plus t, tk plus t, both should be same, or if the observation time is shifted by capital T, the statistical parameter which is joint PMF should not be same. So in general we can say that in case of strict sense stationary random process, the kth order statistical parameters should not be changed even if the observation time is shifted by a fixed amount capital T. So now let us try to understand another class of signals, which is wide sense stationary continuous time random process. So right now we studied about the strict sense stationary random process. So what is strict sense stationary random process? It is saying that a process x of t should have kth order statistical parameter independent of time shifting. So this was the definition of the SSRP or a strict sense stationary random process. So now let us understand what is this wide sense stationary random process. So it is saying that if a random process x of t is stationary such that the first order statistical parameter is independent of time shifting and the second order statistical parameter is also independent of time shifting, which means if a random process has statistical parameter independent of time shifting up to second order, then that random process is known as stationary in a wider sense, or we can say it is a wide sense stationary random process. In case of strict sense stationary random process, we need the statistical parameters should be constant up to kth order, which means it should have statistical parameters independent of time shifting for first order, for second order, for third order, as well as up to kth order. But in wide sense stationary random process, it is saying that if the random process has statistical parameter independent of time shifting even up to second order, then it can be also considered as stationary in a wider sense. So if you have to consider your random process stationary in a strict sense, then this kth order statistical parameters should be independent of time shifting, and you have to consider your random process stationary in a wider sense. Then you can consider the statistical parameter independent of time shifting up to the second order. So I hope this concept is clear, that what is strict sense stationary random process and what is wide sense stationary random process. So let me repeat once again. If you have to consider a random process which is stationary in strict sense, then the statistical parameters should be independent of time shifting up to kth order, which means up to kth order includes first order, second order, third order, and so on. Now, if you have to consider your random process stationary in a wider sense, then the statistical parameters should be independent of time shifting only up to the second order. So very clearly you can see from here that each SSSRP will be WSSRP. So if a random process is strict sense stationary random process, then it will obviously be wide sense stationary random process. Now, obviously the converse of this statement is not true, because we cannot say that if it is WSSRP then it has to be strict sense stationary random process, because WSSRP only giving us the idea that the statistical parameters up to second order are independent of time shifting. It is not giving any information about the higher order statistical parameters. So the strict sense stationary random process will always be WSSRP, but the converse is not necessarily true. Now let us try to understand it. Say for example, we are discussing about the first order statistics of WSSRP. The first order statistics will always include only one random variable. So we will observe our random process at any time instance x of t. This is your random process. This is your random variable. So according to the definition, if a random process has to be WSSRP, then its first order statistics should be independent of time. So first of all, I am writing the first order CDF. So it can be written as x of t1 into x1, and it should be equal to x of t1 plus tau into x1. So it is saying that in this function, whether you will use t1 or you will use t1 plus tau, in both the cases the first order CDF should be same. So now tell me, when can it be possible? It is saying that in this particular function, whether you put t1 or t1 plus tau, both should have same value. This is possible only when this particular function is independent of t1, because we are changing the value of t1. Here it is t1, here it is t1 plus tau. So this can be equal only when this particular function is independent of t1, or in general you can say whenever this function is independent of time. So listen very carefully, that first order statistical parameter of WSSRP will be independent of time shifting leads to that this particular function should be independent of time itself. Similarly, you can see the first order PDF. So the first order PDF you can write as x of t1 into x1, and this should be independent of time shifting. So I have written the required expression. Now you can see that whether I will put t1 or t1 plus tau, these two has to be same. This can only be true when this function is independent of t1. So whenever it is independent of t1, we can say that this is independent of time. This is independent of time. So here also you can say that whenever the first order statistics has to be independent of time shifting, it leads to the conclusion that it should be independent of time itself. Similarly, you can write first order PMF. So the first order PMF can be written as x of t1 x1, which is equal to probability of x of t1 plus tau into x1. Here also, whether you put t1 or t1 plus tau, or whether you will observe it at t1 or t1 plus tau, both should result in same PMF. This can be only happen when this particular expression is independent of t1, or in general you can say that it should be independent of time. So whenever a random process is WSSRP, the first order statistical parameter should be independent of time shifting. This statement leads to the conclusion that the functions or the statistical parameters should be independent of time itself. So this is very important conclusion, that for a random process x of t, which is WSSRP, then its first order statistical parameters should be independent of time shifting and this conclusion leads to the statement that first order statistical parameter, which is CDF, PDF and PMF, should be independent of time. Or it should be constant with respect to time. So this is very important conclusion. This you should remember. Now let us talk about the mean of the random process. So this is your wide sense stationary random process. Let me talk about the mean. So this is your expectation of xt. In this way you can calculate the mean. So we know that how to calculate the mean. For the calculation of the mean, we observe our random process at a fixed time instant so that it behaves as a random variable. So we are observing x of t at a fixed time instance, and let small x is the values taken by xt at fixed time instance. So you can calculate the mean as minus infinite to infinite x dx, or you can write xi probability of xt dx, or it can be written as xi probability of xt equal to xi. So this is the procedure of calculation of mean. So we know that whenever xt is observed at a fixed time, it will behave as a random variable, and small x is the values taken by this particular random variable. And we can calculate the PDF and PMF of this random variable depending upon whether it is a discrete random variable or a continuous random variable. So we can define the mean. So this mean is when x of t at fixed time instance is continuous random variable, and when x of t at a particular time instance is a discrete random variable. So now let us try to understand what it is written. So we were interested in mean, which was mu x of t or xt bar or expectation of xt, and we are observing it at a particular time instance. So it becomes minus infinite to infinite f xt of x dx, or you can write it as xi probability of xt into xi. This is when x of t at fixed time instance is continuous random variable, and this is when x of t at a fixed time instance is discrete random variable. So this is continuous random variable and this is your discrete random variable. Now try to understand here that for WSSRP, the first order statistical parameters, which mean fxt of x and pxt of xi, these will be constants. So these are constants or independent of time. So these are constants and independent of time. What about x? This small x is values taken by this particular random variable. So the values taken by this particular random variable can be written here, and it can also be written here. So you can say that this particular expectation of x of t, which is mu x of t, which is nothing but xt of bar, has to be constant if the random process is WSSRP, because this particular value is constant. This will represent the values taken by the random variable. So the values taken by the random variable will also lead to a constant value. So this particular x is constant, this is also constant. So mean of the random process has to be constant as long as the random process is WSSRP. So this is very important conclusion, that for WSSRP, the first order statistical parameters are independent of time or constant with respect to time. Also, if I will calculate the mean of the WSSRP, then the mean will depend on the first order statistical parameters, which is constant, and it will depend on this small x, which is the value taken by the random variable x of t. So the value taken by the random variable will also be constant. So this will always lead to a constant value, and hence we can say that the mean of the WSSRP has to be constant. Now let us try to understand the second order statistics of WSSRP. So for second order statistics, we have to observe our random process at two different instances. So I am observing it at t1 and t2. So this is x of t1, this is x of t2. Now we are interested in second order joint CDF. So the second order joint CDF can be written as x of t1, x of t2, and it is x1 comma x2. This has to be equal to x of t1 plus tau, x of t2 plus tau, x1 comma x2. So what I can do here, let me assume this tau as minus t1. So I can write it as fx of t1, fx of t2, x1 comma x2 will be equal to fx of 0, fx of t2 minus t1, which is x1 comma x2. So from here you can observe very important conclusion, that whenever you are writing the second order joint CDF, the second order joint CDF is neither depending on time instance t1, it is neither depending on the time instance t2, rather it is depending upon the time difference between them. So this conclusion is very important, that whenever the second order statistical parameter has to be independent of time shifting, this statement leads to the conclusion that it is not depending on the individual time instances t1, t2, rather it is depending upon the time difference between them. So this x of 0, there is no time parameter, and here one time parameter is t2 minus t1, which is difference of the time instances. So let me write the second order joint PDF. The second order joint PDF. So the second order joint PDF can be written as x of t1, x of t2. This is x1, x2. So for WSSRP, this particular second order parameter should be independent of time shifting. So I can write it like this. So now let me assume this tau to be minus t1. So this statement becomes x of t1, x of t2, x1 comma x2, and it will be x of 0, x of t2 minus t1, x1 comma x2. So from here also you can say that that this particular second order joint PDF is neither depending on time instance t1 nor t2, but it is depending upon the time difference between them. So you can say that whenever the second order statistical parameter has to be independent of time shifting, it leads to the statement that it is not depending on the different time instances t1 and t2, but it is depending upon the time difference between them. Similarly, you can write the second order joint PMF. So the second order joint PMF will be x of t1, x of t2, x1 comma x2, and it can be written as x of t1 plus tau, x of t2 plus tau, x1 x2. Here also you can assume this tau to be minus t1, and this will become x1 comma x2 probability of x of 0, x of t2 minus t1, x1 comma x2. Here also you can repeat the same statement that whenever the second order statistical parameter has to be independent of time shifting, this means that it will neither depend on t1 nor t2, but it will depend upon the difference between them. So these conclusions are very important, and based upon these conclusions, let me give you the statement that for White's stationary random process x of t, the second order statistical parameters should be independent of time shifting, which means that second order statistical parameters should not depend upon individual time instances t1 and t2, but it will depend upon time difference between them, and this time difference is t1 difference t2. So whichever may be the larger should be subtracted from the smaller one, or so on. So this t1 difference t2 I will further define as tau. So this tau will basically represent the time difference between instances t1 and t2. So now let us try to use this particular statement for the calculation of correlation. So suppose this your x of t is White's stationary random process, and we are observing it at two different time instances t1 and t2. So I will get x of t1 and x of t2. Now I want to calculate this particular expression x of t1 into x of t2. So this you can write it as minus infinite to infinite x1 x2, the joint PDF x1 comma x2 and dx1 dx2. So where x1 is the values taken by random variable xt1 and x2 is the values taken by random variable x of t2, and this is the joint PDF of these two random variables. And this particular case when x of t1 and x of t2 are continuous random variables. Similarly, you could have written another expression x1i x2j. Here you should have write the joint PMF, and this will become x1I comma x2j, and this expression is when x of t1 and x of t2 is continuous random variable. So we know that whenever the values taken by random variable is written x1 and values taken by random variable x2, then these two parameters are independent of time, because this will be some constant values. This function is dependent of time. Here you have fixed the time, so this itself becomes independent of time, and the values taken by this random variable will obviously be independent of time. So you can say from here that I can write this particular expression as x of t1 into x of t2 as minus infinite to infinite. It is also minus infinite to infinite. This is x1 x2, and you know that when x of t is WSSRP, this joint PDF will neither depend on t1 nor on t2, but it will depend on time difference between them. So you can write it as x of t2 minus t1, and this is x1 x2 dx1 dx2. Similarly, here also you can write this as I, this as j, so it will become x1I x2j, and probability of x0 x of t2 minus t1 x1 comma x2 dx1 dx2. Now you can observe from here that this x1 and x2 are nothing but constants, and this particular function is neither depending on t1 nor t2, but it is depending on the time difference between them. Similarly, here also you can say that these two functions are constants, and it is neither depending on t1 nor on t2, but it is depending upon the time difference between them. So you can write this expectation of x of t1 into x of t2 as rxx of t1 comma t2. So we are comfortable in this symbol. Now you are saying that if x of t is WSSRP, then this particular function should neither depend on t1 nor t2, but it should depend upon the difference between them. So these are the very important conclusions we have observed, and let me summarize all those conclusions. So the conclusion is that whenever x of t is WSSRP, then the first order statistical parameters should be constant, which leads to the expression that the expectation of xt, or the mean of this random process, has to be constant with respect to time, or it should be independent of time. So this is the first conclusion which a wide sense stationary random process should always follow. So we said that whenever x of t is WSSRP, the first order statistical parameters should be independent of time, which leads to this particular expression. Similarly, whenever x of t is WSSRP, the second order statistical parameters should also be independent of time shifting, and which leads to the expression that whenever we will calculate its autocorrelation function, the autocorrelation function will neither depend on t1 nor depend on t2. Basically, it will depend on the time difference between them, and the time difference we have defined as tau. So these are the two important conclusions if we have to define a wide sense stationary random process. So for a random process to be wide sense stationary, its mean has to be constant or independent of time, and its autocorrelation function should neither depend on time instance t1 or t2. It should be the difference of t1 and t2. So, thank you.
So hopefully we have understood every concept in this class. If you have any doubt in any concept, you can let me know in the comment section. I'll try to resolve that thing. Apart from that, you can also follow me on various social media platforms. For example, you can join this Telegram group where you will be getting important notification, important updates. This is Telegram group where you can also comment, you can ask your queries, or maybe you can also suggest me for the improvement. Apart from that, this is my Unacademy profile. On this Unacademy profile, you should also follow me so that you can get the important updates of the Unacademy also, right? And this is the Notion page. You just have to type this tiny.cc/VishalGate. So you will be redirected to a page where all the special classes are arranged very systematically. तो मैंने बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स पे स्पेशल क्लास ले रखी है. फॉर एग्जांपल नाइक्विस्ट, फूरियर सीरीज, लैचेस एंड फ्लिप फ्लॉप, डबल इंटीग्रेशंस, Okay, lot of things are there. So you will be getting all these concepts absolutely free of cost. You just have to type this in your URL, you will be redirected to that page and attend these lectures one by one. You will be getting a next level confidence in these topics, that I can guarantee you. Now this is the Notion page of your YouTube, on which you will be getting the links of the YouTube. Apart from that, you will be also getting the PDFs of that particular lecture. So this is very important for you, and just you have to type http://bit.ly/gatelive. So gatelive, you just have to type it in the capital so that you can access all the lectures link and PDF arranged systematically. So if you want to attend or you want to clear the examination with the free resource, then this is the channel for you. This is the best recorded videos which has been ever made. You just have to go to that lecture, just click the link and download the PDF and start studying systematically. So we have also done this for you, so that any student, whether he is sitting any part of this country, should not face the difficulty in cracking the examination, whether he can afford or he cannot. Now if you can afford, then the subscription prices are not something which you cannot pay. It is very nominal amount which you can pay, and you can just avoid all the distractions, all the time wastage which we will be doing in downloading those PDFs, arranging for the test series, and a lot of other things that you have to arrange, doubt solvings you have to arrange by yourself. If you want to avoid all those distractions in a very nominal amount, so you can go for the Unacademy Plus subscription. For 12-month subscription, you have to pay only 74 rupees per day. Apart from that, for 18-month subscription, which is the best possible subscription, you have to pay 63 rupees per day. It is even lesser than the pizzas that you order on your home. So it is that much of amount that can shape your career, that can give you the best possible rank in the examinations under the guidance of the best teachers of the country, which has been right now placed on the Unacademy. Now 24-month subscription will cost you 54 rupees per day. So these subscription amounts will give you the subscription for the desired period. Apart from that, if you are using this code, you just have to remember this code, write my name, write GATE after it. You can also write ESC after it. So you have to write my name and write ESC after it. So any one of these code, once you apply, you will be immediately getting the 10% discount. You will be getting all the features of the Unacademy. You will be getting the guidance of all the teachers present on Unacademy, and everything you will be getting that is needed to crack the examination once you are using this code. So if you think we are working hard, we are giving our best content, we are giving the free content absolutely for you guys, and everything that is needed for every student to crack the examination. So never forget to use this code whenever you are taking the subscription. So this code is very important and you have to use every time you are taking the subscription. Now those who are interested for the prices, total price amount, so let me tell you, total price is 27,225 for 12 month, 34,650 for 18, and for 24 month it is 39,600. You can also pay this by using zero cost EMI. Zero cost EMI can be paid by credit card and debit card. In debit cards, there are only Bajaj and HDFC as of now available. Okay, so the zero cost EMI means you do not have to pay anything extra. Any interest is not, you should not pay, and you have to pay this much of amount on the daily basis if you are looking for the zero cost EMI option. Apart from that, if you are coming for Iconic subscription, so Iconic mein, I have already told you that your personal coach will be the game changer. He will be he will be basically following you to give you the guidance so that you can get the success in a very short span of time. So he will be following you, he will be pushing you every time. Now once you use this coupon code, this will be costing you around 45,225, and if you are using this coupon code, write my name, GATE after it, you will be getting the 24-month subscription of Iconic in 66,600 rupees. Fine. Apart from that, every one of you should follow this GATE aspirant group, and there also some important notification always comes. Now what are the YouTube channels that you should immediately subscribe? This Creatrix, this is the channel on which you are present. This is Unacademy GATE questions, where previous year questions has been solved by the educators. So you'll be getting all the previous year questions video solution apart from the PDF also. This is the Electrical Junction channel, where you will be getting the important concepts of EC and electrical, and this is Engineering Pathshala, where you will be getting some practical aspect of the videos, some animated videos that will enhance your ability to think. So these are the channels which you should immediately subscribe so that you can get a better content. Fine. Now these are my some YouTube videos which I have created for you. In all of these videos will give you some motivation, guidance, content and some strategy. So these are hand-picked videos. You can immediately follow these videos. Okay, so thank you so much. And those who are coming on this channel, immediately share all the content which is present on this channel. We are working very hard for you guys. So this is your responsibility that you should share this channel. You should subscribe this channel. Also share the link of this channel, link of the videos, link of the educator whom you follow, so that every student who is needy, they can come onto this channel and they can get the best possible rank. So all the best everyone. Let's crack it.